Hi, this is Omar, and today I want to talk to you about depression. But before I talk to you about depression, I just want to tell you where I am. I'm right at the border of Mexico and the United States of America, right south of San Diego in a town called San Ysidrio, and just north of Tijuana. And right over here you can see that there's this big wall right here. And those guys on the bikes are security officers, and they're patrolling the border with Mexico. And this wall just extends all the way across. You can see it over here. And basically it's a border, and it separates two countries, in this case Mexico and the United States. And all countries have borders, and you can actually see it, even states have borders. And you can see that this is where one country begins and another country ends. So as you cross the border, you're moving from one country to another. So what does this have to do with depression? Well, depression, from my own experience, has to do with the conversation in your head and the conditioning that you've received from childhood, and the training. And one of the conditionings and one of the trainings that we've received in childhood is how we protect our own boundaries with other people. So for example, let's say that you have a brother or a sister who constantly takes your toys as a child. And if you feel like they're bigger than you and you can't defend yourself, and that you're a victim and you don't defend yourself, then you actually train your body, your mind, your brain, that it's okay for other people to take your stuff and to invade your boundaries. And as you grow older, the same pattern will continue with adults. So for example, maybe you have a bully who's a boss of yours, and he'll constantly bully you to do certain things and to go to work way longer than you really should and not get paid for it. And because you've been conditioned and trained from childhood to accept this kind of invasion of your boundaries, you accept it. But what happens is inside you don't accept it, because inside you know that this invasion of your boundaries is wrong, and you get angry. But because it's your boss, or it's your mother or your father or your boyfriend or husband or girlfriend or wife, or whoever it is, because you have this relationship with that person, you may feel afraid to jeopardize that relationship. And so you don't say anything. But what happens is that anger, that emotion is still inside of you. And so that comes out in other ways. And one of the ways it comes out is in depression. And why does it come out as depression? Is because, well, I'm a victim and I can't defend myself, I'm helpless, and look, it's those bad people out there and I'm just this small little me, I can't do anything. And all of this is conditioning. It's because you've been conditioned from childhood, you've been trained from childhood by your mother, your father, your school, your brothers, your sisters, whoever it is, whatever the event was. But it's been a training throughout your whole life that you allow people to invade your boundaries. And this causes depression because it's not right. And so this is just a reminder of boundaries, and you have to really maintain your own boundaries and stand up for yourself. And so one of the things that you can do to get over this is to really be aware of when somebody crosses the line with you. Okay, when does somebody cross the line with you? For example, maybe somebody uses your curling iron, obviously not mine. Maybe somebody uses your curling iron, your roommate or something, and they break it and they just leave it there and they don't do anything about it. And maybe you just let it go. It's like, it's my roommate, you know, I don't want to rock the boat. But inside, you may have this anger inside of you that you haven't expressed, but that does get expressed in some way, either in your own body with with aches and pains or diseases, or through that you get angry at other people, but not at the person who actually broke the curling iron or whatever it is. So that's like an invasion of boundaries. So the first step is really to understand when somebody has crossed your boundary and invaded your boundaries. For me, for example, I had all kinds of people invading my boundaries, and I was doing all kinds of things for those people. I was giving money away, I was giving my time away, I was doing all kinds of things like this because I was very insecure and I wanted those people to like me. And so because I was insecure in myself and I wanted those people to like me, I would be offering stuff, you know. They wouldn't even have to say anything. They would just almost manipulate me and saying, oh, you know, I don't have enough money for this. It's like, oh, I have money, I can give it to you. And that was just my conditioning, my training. So the first step is to recognize when your boundaries are being crossed. And the second step is when somebody does cross the boundary, just watch what happens inside of you. Does your stomach get tensed up? What's the conversation happening in your mind? Is it, oh, here it goes again, here is it, they're taking advantage of me again, I'm the victim again, and I'm not good enough again, and I'm not strong enough to change. Whatever that conversation is, it's just a pattern that you've adopted. It's just a training that you have adopted from childhood. The important thing is, if you want to change this, if you want to get out of your depression, because this depression is a symptom of this, then you just have to have the desire. Do you want to continue with this type of behavior or not? If you have the desire to change, it starts with a desire and the willpower to change. And the second step is to discover what is the conversation, discover what is happening, how are people treating you, and how are you letting those people treat you. Okay, because you're training them as much as you've been trained yourself. So you're training them that it's okay for them to cross those boundaries. Whether it's the bully, whether it's somebody who's always calling you and hogging the conversation. You go out for dinner with a friend and they spend 99% of the time talking about their problems and you don't even have a chance to say anything. Okay, and then you go home and you're drained of energy and you don't know why. Well, that's why. Because they've drained your energy and you've allowed them to. So you have to train yourself to stop that invasion of your boundaries. And also when you do that, you're basically training everybody around you that you're retraining them that you're not going to accept that kind of behavior anymore. So 3 steps: desire, discover what that behavior is inside of you, the conversation, and then take a different action. Okay, so we're at the border, watch your boundaries, and become the hero of your life. Go to DepressionHero.com for more videos, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.